Hi, my name is Mael. I'm a startup founder, and in this video, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself and then maybe introduce some of the stuff that I'm working on and the vision that I have for the projects that I'm building. So I'm 26. I live in Switzerland, in Lausanne, so by the Lake of Geneva, and it's a French-speaking side. Originally French, and I got to study economics as my main bachelor's and master's. And then I moved to data science. So that's the moment I really started to fall in love with AI and all of its applications. And that was a master's that I did in Paris, and then came back to Lausanne to do a PhD at EPFL in speech processing. So further exploring AI applications in the field of speech processing. And throughout my academic journey, I got the chance to launch a first startup. I ran that for about 3 years. That was a great experience. We shut down the company after generating some revenues, but never really making it to break even. And that really, stayed with me in the sense that I knew I wanted to build my own solutions and try to have an impact with these solutions. So when I was doing my PhD in probably the second year, I met a blind person who was struggling to cross the street here in Lausanne. He was actually heading to the ophthalmic hospital nearby. And he was doing a FaceTime call to a friend, and that friend was actually helping him avoid obstacles that stood on his way. And so I just realized, okay, there are some stuff that I know in computer vision that can actually help potentially either do it on the phone or do it on the device that would not require holding the phone in your hand. And this is how my first real venture started, Biped. So Biped is a hardware company. I got one device here. So basically a device that you wear on your shoulders. It has a set of cameras and basically would use advanced computer vision to try to detect any kind of incoming obstacle. And that was the very beginning of my paradigm of trying to say, let's build solutions to bridge the gap between opportunities that are given to people. And freedom of movement and in mobility is probably one of the most fundamental ones, because that's what I enjoy the most, is probably traveling, and I bet many of you also would be in that case. And so I just thought that AI is a great chance to bridge this gap. And while thinking about my entrepreneurial journey, I moved full-time to Biped and started to have some thoughts into how can I build additional solutions that can be some kind of this portfolio of startups that would be running. Some of them would be full-time jobs, some of them would just be co-founding something with someone else, or some of them would just stay prototype and miserably fail. That's okay, right? It's just I think the journey that's behind it is very interesting. So started to dedicate some of my time also to another venture that I named StaffMe.ai, and it's about how you can basically help on several pillars. The first one being education, second one being health, using ChatGPT integrations directly in WhatsApp. So kind of becoming a student assistant that can help you basically get your work done, learn some key concepts in a format where I don't assume I know everything. I don't assume ChatGPT knows everything, but I assume if I work with the right people, so working directly with medical schools, working directly with training coaches, for example, for sports applications, then I have a pretty good chance of bringing actual value to end users. So these are the first two projects that I'm working on, and they highlight this journey that I'm on, which was basically driven by the fact that I realized that I got pretty much all the opportunities that I wanted to get in my life. Pick where I want to study, pick where I want to live, not worry too much about the financials aspect of it. Launch my startup, find fundings, etc., etc. And I think if I break it down into what can be useful for everybody to get some sort of equal chances over time, freedom of movement and in mobility, I think as a fundamental human right, is definitely the direction we're taking with Biped. And then anything else that can help improve health and be in good health. And as a third pillar, anything that can improve with education or productivity would be my version of what can help really reduce inequalities for now. So that's a bit me in a nutshell. On the side of that, I do quite a bit of sports. I like doing triathlon these days and training for the first Ironman. Might update that if I fail the if I failed the big race coming up. But yeah, I hope that you'll enjoy the website. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions, thoughts, opportunities. I'm very open to listen to it and have a chat. Thank you.